Ciao everybody, my name is Alby Rondina. I'm a pro kiteboarder and we are in Sicily. Today I want to answer the question, what is kiteboarding? Kiteboarding is still a very new sport, and even if it's what I do every day since many years, I still have a lot of close friends asking me about it. And so I thought about sharing with you guys a general idea of what the sport is. Kiteboarding is a mix of many water sports, windsurfing, wakeboarding, surfing, but actually when you start doing it, it feels completely like something new. It's a sport where you ride on the water with a board similar to wakeboarding and propelled by the kite in the air. The rider controls the kite in the air, which is connected to his body with the harness. Our movement on the water in kiteboarding is similar to the moving of a sailboat or a windsurfer. We are wind dependent. We move by crossing the wind to the left or to the right tack. We can also ride upwind or downwind by maneuvering the board and the kite in different ways. While moving downwind is basically unlimited, we can only go upwind about 30 degrees, so larger upwinds are done by the zigzag method. For kiteboarding, you first need a kite, of course. Those come in various sizes depending on the wind strength, rider weight, and his discipline. The kite is connected to the rider with a bar that has from 20 to 25 meter lines, and finally the bar is attached to the rider's harness, making it very easy to hold the power of the kite. Under our feet we have a board that can come in various shapes depending on rider styles. Twin tip for freestyle or free ride, surfboard for waves, or foil for lighter winds. And finally, depending on the weather, the rider can use wetsuits or various accessories. First, of course, we need the wind. The ideal place for kiteboarding is where the wind blows consistently every day, so the pool is very smooth and predictable. Depending on styles, the rider can seek different strengths of wind, from light wind for hydrofoils to moderate for freestyles and wave riders up to strong winds for extreme big air riders. Kiteboarding can be performed on various surfaces like land or snow, but for now let's talk about water. Depending on styles, riders choose to ride in various conditions. Wave and big air riders like to have some waves, while beginners, free riders and freestylers will prefer flat water and shallow water where it's easy to ride and walk around. Especially beginners seek places with shallow water so their learning process is very easy and safe. Riding flat water can be compared to skiing groom slopes at 8 AM. Simply a pleasure and perfect to do any tricks. Choppy water instead is also doable but less pleasant. Something like a bumpy ski track at 3 PM. Lucky for us here at Pro Kite Alby Rondina in Sicily, our lagoon offers 2,000 hectares of flat and shallow water, which makes it a very unique place in the world. People often ask whether is kiteboarding dangerous. The answer is no, unless you want it to be. If you learn with a professional instructor and in a safe spot, there are very minimal dangers. If you later obey to the rules and safety regulations, kiteboarding is safer than any other sport. However, if you do not respect the rules or ride in dangerous spots, kiteboarding can pose a serious threat. So always inform yourself before going out to the water. And if the danger is what you want, extreme kiteboarding can offer plenty of risk. Competitive freestyle tricks takes a huge toll on your body, and if you ride big waves or big air and strong winds, risk goes gradually up. But it is your choice in which condition you want to ride. Bottom line is, kiteboarding can be very safe. One of the best things about kiteboarding is its diversity of disciplines. There is enough styles for everybody's preference. From free riding and exploring the spots to competing in race slaloms to freestyle, which comes in various forms. There's old school, where you do ice, pins and board off tricks, or wake style, where you do unhook tricks similar to wakeboarding. But there is also riding waves in the same way as the surfers do. There are many new disciplines emerging like hydrofoil riding, light wind, straplet freestyle, and flat water and park riding on obstacles. Possibilities are limitless, and it makes kiteboarding a great sport that can never become mundane and boring. So if you got so far in the video, you're probably asking yourself, okay, how do I learn it? Unlike different board sports, where you can just pick up the board and try it, kiteboarding you 100% need to learn with a professional instructor. Learning on your own or without a skilled instructor can be very dangerous. But luckily you can find kite schools mostly in every kiteboarding spot around the world. Of course, learning in an easy and safe place is the best to progress fast and enjoy the sport. That's why we opened our kite school, Pro Kite Alby Rondina here in Sicily, since it's one of the best and easiest places because of its massive lagoon with shallow water and constant wind almost every day. Kiteboarding lesson starts at the beach with a brief theory and gear overview. After that we go straight to the water, but don't expect to be riding yet. First you have to learn how to control your kite and pick it up from the water after crashing it. Later you learn how to be pulled with your body in the water, called body drag. Only when you have a good kite control, you're ready for your first water start, where you have to combine your body and kite movements. After your water starts, you still have to master the basic maneuvers, like going upwind, turning, but you're pretty much set to ride on your own and try any of the various disciplines. The question we often get is how much it costs. And the answer is, like with the purchase of a car, very difficult. For example, our beginner course costs €350, and depending on how skillful you are, you may need additional lessons or rent afterwards, which costs around €70 per day. So if you want to learn how to ride, you can estimate a cost about €500. Afterwards, you can keep renting and always try it on the latest gear wherever you travel, or purchase your own gear, which will cost you anywhere between €500 and €2,000, depending if you buy new or used gear, which brand, and how many kites. Okay guys, I hope I was able to get you the general idea of what kiteboarding is and get you all excited to try it. If you have any further questions, please leave me a comment here below and I'll be happy to answer you guys. If you decide to pick up this amazing sport, we'll be very happy to welcome you here in Sicily at ProKite Alby Rondina. Just head over to our website, prokitealbyrondina.com, for further information and bookings. I hope to see you guys on the water. Ciao!